This video contains sample footage from the brand new Thinkware U3000 Pro dash camera. The U3000 Pro adds high dynamic range support to the front and rear camera's driving footage compared to the previous generation U3000. In the upper portion here, you see the HDR feature being disabled. In the lower section, you see footage with HDR feature being enabled. All video footage shown in this sample video will have the CPL filters installed for the respective dash cameras, and I leave the CPL filter on at night since the Thinkware CPL filter has an adhesive pad that keeps it stuck to the front of the camera, so I leave it in place, and most typical drivers will not be removing or reinstalling the CPL filter on a continuous basis. Moving on to the driving and license plate capture section, we have some daytime footage from the U3000 Pro and two of its main competitors on the market at this point, the brand new VUEROID S1-4K Infinite with its HDR and infinite plate capture that's active during daylight hours, and the VIOFO A329S with HDR enabled. I have HDR enabled in all the remaining footage in this sample video. You can see the license plates for the three vehicles to the right of my vehicle, and I'm now going to add in three other dash cameras that I have in the vehicle at the same time so you can see what those look like. I don't have driving footage since it'll be too hard to present 6 cameras at once in one video, but at least you can see the license plate captures for those three other dash cameras, which are a Blackview DR970X Plus, a VIOFO A329 Ultra, and the VIOFO A329 Pro. Moving on to some additional daytime driving footage. This time the sun will be behind my vehicle. The sun will be shining on the front plates of some vehicles coming from the opposite direction. And you'll see that in this first example, the U3000 Pro with HDR enabled does a reasonably decent job of capturing the plate compared to the other 5 cameras that I'll show you. Here are the first 3, and now here's the other 3 that I mentioned before. So you can see the U3000 Pro did okay when there's a good amount of light shining on the plate, at least daytime ambient light. Moving down the road a little bit here, we'll move on to the next vehicle, and then we can see what the plate looks like there. And when we look at this one, we have better results for some of the other cameras as well. The U3000 Pro actually does a good job here as well, and some of the other ones struggle just a little bit, but they're all readable. Moving on to the nighttime footage for the U3000 Pro. The HDR feature at night struggles in a variety of situations. This is one of them where the green foliage on the right hand side of the road is just not being picked up as green. It's being picked up as a muted gray color in the footage. So it struggles at times in this situation depending on the amount of ambient light from your headlights. And there's other cases like license plate captures that it struggles quite a bit as well. Moving on down the road, you can see that there are Christmas lights on the homes on the right. You can see there's a slight difference in crispness of the image quality, but compare for yourself and see what you think. Moving on to nighttime license plate captures, the U3000 Pro HDR feature is a complete fail here. The other 5 cameras at least attempt to get some characters. You can see some in the S1-4K Infinite and the VIOFO cameras. Even the DR970X Plus, you can see a couple characters. Moving on down the road, there's additional plate capture attempt here coming up. And again, the U3000 Pro, complete fail. It's just a white blob, and the other cameras at least can see some characters. Moving on to the next plate capture example, the situation is the easiest plate capture situation where there's no movement between vehicles and I'm relatively close, but my headlights are not shining directly on the license plate, so the plate capture is easier for the U3000 Pro HDR feature since it's able to capture a good image quality. Actually, all 6 cameras are able to capture this really well. Now when the vehicle starts moving and my vehicle headlights are moved up a bit and it's shining directly on the plate, it basically becomes a white blob again. So the U3000 Pro HDR feature at night with too much reflective light from the headlights makes it a problem for the plate capture in that situation. Before you ask whether I truly enabled the HDR feature for the U3000 Pro, you can see that I've added the status line text showing the HDR identifier in the status line for the U3000 Pro footage. The remainder of the sample footage in this video is from the Thinkware U3000 Pro, the VUEROID S1-4K Infinite, and the VIOFO A329S. I'm showing areas of the nearby town that I typically include in my sample videos, so hopefully you find it helpful. Thanks for watching.